So I'm going to talk about how to deal with pre-exam stress and like the coping mechanisms and like what you can do at home or in public to like deal with the stress and this anxiety that comes from like taking exams, whether you're in high school or college or like even like graduate school. So I'm going to start off by talking about the physical and the mental coping mechanisms. So these are two types of coping methods that you can use. The first is physical, and dealing physically with stress and anxiety when it comes to exams. The first thing you have to do is like go surround yourself in a calm and new environment, because you don't want to surround yourself with other people who are as stressed as you, because that doesn't help and you probably wouldn't end up studying at all, as like you probably would have learned by now from all the group activities or like study groups. They're not really helpful unless like you're around with like people who are like committed to actually studying and like doing well. And what I mean by new environments is just like being out of your room for like a day or like an hour or so you can actually clear your head, because like studies show that if you are like just stuck in one room, like your bedroom, where like everything's cluttered up probably, and like that's where you started stressing about like these exams, like that's probably not a good idea, because like then like you'll probably just like sit there and freak out and do nothing the whole day. So yeah, just like find a good place, whether it be the library or a park somewhere, or just like a cafe that's like down the road where you can just like start afresh and just like calm down and like, yeah, just find a place to sit and just like study and focus and like just shut everything out. Exercise and food. Exercise is very important because it helps like obviously keep your body in like a good physical condition, but it also helps like your brain process things better. And like especially like through research and like myself doing exercise like before like a week of exams, it really helps like with the stress and like just staying on task with stuff. And food, I know it's like a big issue because like some college students, they want to try eating healthy and like really stay on like a good health path, but it's hard when it comes to like college, because like you're dealing with like school and work and all that, so it's sometimes okay to just like binge on like junk food, because people say food is fuel, whether you're eating like just a salad or like burgers for like a week. Just stay like hydrated and try to maintain a good diet, and if not, then like sure, why not just like binge on junk food for a week? That's fine, as long as you're gonna like burn that off later or like balance that off by eating healthier food like in a few weeks or so. And the next physical coping mechanism will be communication. So like every time you're like stressed out about like an exam or a test, yeah, just like call up one of your friends to hang out, and if not, then like you could call up your family or just like anyone you're close with, because it helps to talk about it concerning a test or an exam, because like research shows that like if you were to like actually take out your emotions, whether it be like writing it down somewhere or like actually like control your thoughts and just like calm you down like physically. It really helps to do something creative if you're like really stressed, because it just help you keep focus on just like one task, whether it be drawing, painting, just baking something, or knitting, or like anything creative. And you don't have to be good at it. You can like be total crap. It's just the goal of this is to like clear your head for maybe like 15 or like 30 minutes and just like not think about like your math exam or your psych exam, and just like, yeah, just get your creative juices flowing for a bit. And this can like be a long-term thing, because like if you are dealing with stress in work, you could just like pull out like your sketch pad and just sketch for 15 minutes. And yeah, it's just like a really calming, like solitary task that you can probably do it anywhere. And now I'm going to talk about the mental ways that you can cope with stress before an exam. And the first would be aroma therapy. And no, this doesn't mean go into a spa. You can just basically like light up a few candles in your own room, and just think of it as like a meditation break, where you can light up like lavender candles, which helps cope with stress, and just like calm yourself down for like a few minutes before your exam, or like the night before even. And the next method would be listening to music or podcasts, because like music is a form, as any of you would know, just to like take out stress for the rest of the day, or just let yourself go for a few minutes in the car while you're like singing along to a song you like. That really like helps you like de-stress and just like, and tell yourself, oh, it's gonna be okay, even if it's for just like 30 seconds. Even like a lot of college campuses do that, where like for the week of exams they would have like 30 minutes during the night where you can blast music and just like goof off for like 30 minutes, because it really helps you like lock yourself out of the exam mode for a bit, and yeah, refocus and re-energize through music. And the second thing would be podcasts. Like, I know a lot of podcasts are like boring and like repetitive and all that, but like, yeah, you just gotta pick the one you're into, whether it be like at TED Talks or just like someone like a YouTube person that you really look up to, because like even if they can't really help you like unwind and de-stress, it can really be like a source of comfort, because a lot of these podcasts are like motivating or inspiring, and maybe like it'll help you like actually stay on task like it does for me. Just like find comfort in like the voice of another person. And I know that sounds weird, but yeah, it helps for some people, so just like try it out. And the next two would be tea or chocolate. Tea, especially green tea, and like there are lots of teas that you can like help to like stay calm and just like relax, and like it wouldn't trigger a lot of your like nerve endings based on research, and especially green tea, where it just helps you like stay calm and relax and just like put you in a much more calmer feeling than just like sitting there and studying and feeling anxious like throughout the whole day. So I would definitely recommend like drinking like some sort of tea, but be sure they're not caffeinated, because yeah, you don't want to like trigger your already anxious mode like coffee does. Like, and chocolate, it doesn't have to be chocolate, but it can be any sort of like pleasurable food. It can be like gummy worms. Just like try to find something that makes you happy when you eat it, if that makes any sense. Stuff like chocolate and just like sweets in general, they help you to like have a positive outcome if you're studying. So if you were like to study for like an hour or so, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go to the fridge and eat some chocolate for 5 minutes. That's a really helpful technique because not only does it help you to stay on task, there's a reward after you've studied for like 15 minutes or 20. It helps you like stay on task definitely, and because you know there's some kind of reward at the end of it.